The girl who failed every interview. Every Monday morning, Mira wore the same blue shirt. Not because it was her favorite, because it was the only shirt that looked professional. She had an interview every Monday, and every Monday she came home without a job. The first interviewer asked, "Tell me about yourself." Mira opened her mouth. Nothing came out. The second interviewer asked, "Why should we hire you?" Mira knew the answer, but she said, "I don't know." The third interviewer asked, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" Mira looked at him and said, "Hopefully, working somewhere." She did not get the job. After a while, the interviews became strange. One interviewer asked her, "What is your biggest weakness?" Mira answered honestly, "Interviews." The interviewer smiled. She thought, maybe that was a good answer. It wasn't. Another interviewer asked, "Can you work under pressure?" Mira looked at the clock. She had arrived late. Her phone was ringing, and she had forgotten the company's name. "Yes," she said. The interviewer looked at her. "Are you sure?" Mira nodded. "No." She failed that interview too. After 12 failed interviews, Mira stopped applying for jobs. She thought she had a problem. Maybe she was not intelligent enough. Maybe her English was not good enough. Maybe she was simply not made for interviews. Then one evening, she found an old notebook. On the first page, she had written, "I want to work at a hotel." Mira stared at the sentence. She had forgotten that dream. The next morning, she did something different. She did not prepare perfect answers. Instead, she wrote down the questions she was afraid of. Then she answered them honestly. "Tell me about yourself." "I am still learning, but I learn quickly." "Why should we hire you?" "Because I may not know everything today, but I am ready to learn." "What is your weakness?" "I sometimes lose confidence, but I'm working on it." She read the answers aloud, not once, not 10 times, for 30 days. Then she got another interview. The interviewer asked, "Tell me about yourself." Mira took a breath. This time, she did not try to sound perfect. She simply said, "My name is Mira. I am still learning, but I don't give up easily. I have failed many interviews, and every failure taught me something new." The interviewer smiled. "That's an interesting answer." Mira smiled too. The interview continued. 2 days later, her phone rang. She got the job. But the surprising part was not that Mira finally passed an interview. The surprising part was this. Her new job was at a hotel. And on her first day, her manager said, "Your interview was not perfect." Mira looked worried. The manager laughed. "But you were honest, and we can teach skills. We cannot teach everyone how to keep trying." Mira looked down at her old blue shirt. She had worn it to every failed interview. She decided to keep it, not because it was lucky, but because it reminded her of something. Sometimes, failure is not telling you to stop. Sometimes, it is simply showing you what to change.